Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Madam Olivia. I am an English teacher in SMK Bintulu, Sarawak. Now today I am going to deliver a lesson for Form 3 students. Okay, we are going to look at Unit 1, Family Ties. Okay, so my lesson consists of lesson 6 to 9 in the Closeup textbook, and our focus skills for today are speaking and writing. Now, we are going to look at the content and learning standards for this lesson. Okay, we are going to communicate information, ideas, opinion, and feelings intelligibly, use register appropriately, and communicate intelligibly through print and digital media on familiar topic. For the learning standards, we are going to express and respond to common feelings such as happiness, sadness, surprise, and interest. Use formal and informal registers appropriately in some familiar contexts, and organize, sequence, and develop ideas within short text on familiar topic. So there are 4 language focus. We are going to focus on the use of adjective to describe people and things. We are going to use preposition correctly. We are going to use abbreviation correctly. And we are going to write an email using appropriate register correctly. Okay, so this is the most important one that you need to know it before we go on to the slide, our learning objective. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, you, the pupils, should be able to use at least 5 adjectives to describe pictures on page 11 correctly, fill in 5 out of 7 preposition correctly based on pictures on page 11 in the Closeup textbook, read sentences in practice A, which is page 14, and underline 5 out of 8 abbreviation correctly. And last one, able to write an email of invitation with at least 8 sentences correctly. Now, I have mentioned that we are going to be focusing on 2 skills, okay, speaking and writing. Now, first and foremost, we are going to look into speaking skill. Now, everybody speak, right? So, in this unit, we are going to talk about or to describe our family members, okay? How do you describe your parents? Do you have brother? Do you have a sister? How do you describe your siblings? Okay, so the first question, okay, if you have the Closeup textbook, you may open page 11. Okay, so this is some of the outline on that page that I have put inside the slide. Yeah, so how do you describe your family member? When you give description, you need to use adjective. Okay, describe them physically and their personality as well. Are they thin? Are they chubby? Are they always cheerful or fierce? Maybe. Okay. Do they like to go doing outdoor activity? All right. So now, first of all, let's look at how you can describe them physically. Okay, physical means their body. Okay, the things that you can see with your eyes. Okay, so you can tell them, or you can tell your audience, the people who listen to your speaking. Okay, are they thin? Are they chubby? Okay, why I choose the word chubby is I think it is more polite to use the word chubby instead of using the word fat. Yeah, so if people is a bit bigger than you, don't use the word fat. Use the word chubby instead. Okay? Are they tall? Are they short or average height? Not too tall, not too short. Okay? Are they dark skin or light skin? Don't use, please remember, do not use the word white or black. Okay? That is not appropriate. It is not suitable to use when you describe somebody's skin color. Okay, so use light color or light skin or dark skin. Okay, do they have special feature on their face? Do they have dimples? You know dimples? When you smile, you will see two holes here. That is dimples. Okay, do they have moles? Moles in BM is tahi lalat. Yeah, do they have moles on the nose? Maybe on the side? Maybe. Do they have long hair? Do they have short hair, or are they bald? They don't have hair at all? And what do you call the hair with the wavy line? Yeah, ladies always have that type of hair. That is what we call curly hair. You know, curly hair. Yeah. And then how do you describe their personality? Do they always have this cheerful personality, very happy all the time? Are that person fierce, you know, very angry, always strict, you know? Is that person active? Like to go for outdoor activity? Maybe go for hiking, you know, cycling. Is that person easygoing, or is that person always relaxed all the time, you know? All right, so this is some of the adjective that you can use when you describe a person. Okay, now this is the one that I've took from the Closeup textbook, page 11. Now look at the useful expression. When people ask you to describe something, or in this case to describe both of the photos, how and what can you say when you are describing the things that you need to describe? For example, the two photos here. Okay, look at the useful expression when describing both of the photos. Lying on the floor. Okay, I can see a blank in the foreground. The background is much further. The foreground is much nearer to the person taking the photo. Okay, there's a white what? There are four who. She's got long hair, maybe. He's behind, in front, next to, or on the right of who. He's wearing. She's tall, slim, good looking, you know. Good looking you can change with maybe the word beautiful or handsome for a man or a boy. Yeah. He or she's got long dark hair. Okay. They looks relaxed, happy, or easygoing. All right. Easygoing means that person is very, very, you know, they can they are willing to do whatever people suggest them to do. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to need you to pause this video for a while. Okay, I want you to look at both of the pictures or the photos. I want you to write down for 2 minutes. I want you to write down what can you see in photo 1 and photo number 2. Okay, so pause this video and then replay it after you have your sentences in front of you. Okay, just use a paper or your exercise book if your exercise book is near you. Okay, just write 2 to 3 sentences maybe. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and I need you to write, okay, the sentences. All right, so do you already have the sentences with you? Now, I have given you the useful expression. The book has given you the useful expression for you to use in the sentences. Now, instead of writing, why not you just pick out the sentences that you have written? Okay, In photo 1, there are 4 people. For example, yeah? How many adults do you see there? And how many children can you see in photo 1? Okay, where are they? Are they indoor or outdoor? Okay, what are the boy and the father doing? And what are the mother and the daughter doing on the floor? All right, then you go to photos number 2. Okay, how many people can you see in photo number 2? Okay, you can reuse the sentences that you use for photos 1 and reuse it for photos number 2. But please be reminded that photo 1 is taken indoor, while photo 2 is taken outdoor. Alright? Okay, now this is where you need to take out your exercise book and get yourself a pen, okay, and scribble and do the exercise together with me. While the answers for these exercises will be given to you by your respective teacher in your class group later, okay? All right. So, look at practice A. Answer this question verbally. When I say answer the question verbally, you do not need to write. Verbal means you are speaking, okay? You are talking. Do you come from a big or a small family? Yeah, class. How many family members do you have in your family? Okay. I come from, I don't know whether you say it's a big family. I come from a family of 6. Okay, I have my parents, my mother and my father, and I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. That is the example of how you can describe your family. Okay, and then question number 2. What do you enjoy doing with your family in your free time? What do you do with your parents or your siblings when you are together? Do you go for picnic? You go outing maybe? Like in Bintulu, you can go to Taman Tumbina maybe? Alright? So take time to answer the question by yourself. Learn how to speak proper sentences, okay? Do you come from a big or a small family? So you answer yes or no. I come in a family of, give a number. How many family members do you have in your family? Okay. Yes, I come from a big family of 6. Okay. Example. Do you enjoy doing, what do you enjoy doing with your family in your free time? In my free time, I always go for picnic with my family. In my free time, I always go outing with my family. For example, we go to Taman Tumbina in Bintulu. Okay, that is the example of sentences that you can use to answer the questions. Okay, so I'm not going to talk a lot for practice B and practice C, but I'm just going to give you the outline of how you should do practice B and C. Okay, so look at the photos in the exam task, which is this photo. Okay, the two, photo 1 and photo number 2. Okay, these are the photos in the exam task. Then write 1 for photo number 1, write 2 for photos number 2, or B for both photos next to the word below. Refer to photos on slide 5. Slide 5 is this slide, okay? Alright, so pause the video whenever you need to pause. There's no problem as pausing. Okay, you can go on with your own pace. If you need more time, you pause it a bit longer. Okay. Now, do you see pets in any of the photos? Okay, example. Do you see pet in any of the photos? Go back to slide 5. Are there any pets there? I don't think so. So, ignore the box for A. Don't write anything. And then you go to board game. Go back to slide number 5, B, board game. In which photo can you see there's a board game? Correct. Photo number 1. So, in the box next to the word board game, put 1. Okay, so I need you to do C until J by yourself. Alright, and you can check the answer with your respective English teacher. Now, let's go to practice C. Complete the sentences about the 2 photos in the exam task. Please refer to the photos in slide 5. Again, go back to this slide and please examine the photos again. Now, for this practice, this is preposition practice. Okay, preposition. Okay, on, above, below, under. That is some of the example for preposition. Okay, so I need you to look at the photos again, go back to the question, look at the photos again, go back to the question when you write the question, when you write the answer for this practice. Okay? Okay, so exam close up. This is just to remind you, okay, when during examination, questions like this might come out whereby you are given a picture or several pictures and you need to look at the photos for a moment before you start speaking. During Form 3, if there's no changes, last time we have a speaking skill test. Okay, you are given pictures and you need to describe what you see in the pictures. Okay, so describing in detail. In the exam, look at the photos for a moment before you start speaking. Don't look at for a while and you start speaking without thinking. Okay, try and describe the photos in as much detail as possible. Think about what you can see in the background. Remember? A bit further from the one taking the photos, and foreground, the person who's the nearest to the person taking the picture. Okay, use adjective to describe people and things. Okay, what are they wearing, what are they smiling, are they sad? Okay, use preposition to say where things are in the photograph. Use preposition. The father and the boy is sitting on the sofa. So the preposition in the sentence is, yes, correct, on. Okay. So this is I'm going to take about 1 minute to talk about the tips for good speaking skill. Okay. This is just the things that you look at just now in the previous slide. Yeah. You look at the photos before you speak. Okay. You give good details to enable you to speak more. Okay, and you describe people, what you see there. If the photo is in colored, what are they wearing, what color shirt are they wearing, what color hair do they have. Okay, and use preposition to describe things that you see in the photos. Okay, so the more you think about before you speak, the more sentences will be able to be created and you can speak better. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here for you to go back to this slide later. Okay, you can come back and forth in the videos. Okay, there's a descriptions of how to describe a person and also descriptions of how you can describe their feeling, their mood, okay, their personality. All right. And this is the preposition. This is just examples. Yeah, you can, if you have internet at home, I believe you do. Okay, you can search. Okay, list of preposition. You Google it, list of preposition. There's a bunch of pictures and a bunch of lists that they have done there that you can, you can use for reference, okay, for you to study for future reference lah. Yeah. Okay, so now for practice for speaking, I would like you to record yourself maybe around 2 to 3 minutes, okay, and watch yourself describing the photos. These sentences may be helpful, okay. So I have listed down 9 sentences for photos 1. If you are able to describe more or put more sentences, that would be most excellent, okay. So let's see for sentence number 1. How many people can you see in the photos? So your answer is they are, yes, correct, 4 people in the photo. Okay. How many children are there? How many adults are in the photo? Okay. So I'm giving you this chance. Don't stress yourself. Just record, speak relaxedly, and send the record to your English teacher. Let them give you a bit of comments, what should be corrected in the sentences. And if you are very good doing that, maybe I will ask your English teacher to share it in our teachers group. Yeah. So this is for photos 1 and this is for photos 2. Okay, so it's the same thing. Record and watch yourself describing the photos. These sentences might be or may be helpful for you. All right. So again, I put 8 sentences there. Okay. So if you want to add your own sentences, you want to describe more on the on the photos, be my guest. Okay. The more, the better. Yeah.